Welcome back everyone to the Let's Play of Triangle Strategy. We got a lot of things to do. Let's start with that character story. I'm probably going to be making the same joke of it doesn't feel plot event relevant just because, as you can see on the map, we're about to be attacked by an actively surrounding army, but you know, story time! Who is this? A boy in strange garb comes to speak with Serenoa, claiming to be the grandson of the Archmage Grand Dante? Grand Dante? Oh my gosh. Sounds like what if Devil May Cry's Dante became a grandpa. He'd totally call himself Grand Dante.
Halt! This is the encampment of House Wolfort.
Wow.
Splendid! For it's Lord Wolfort himself that I came to see. Lead me to him, my good man.
Wow, he really is a boy. His voice hasn't even dropped.
Big words from a shady-looking fellow in that ridiculous garb. Be gone at once.
Hey, don't you insult our mages.
Ridiculous. Why, I'll have you know that these robes are a treasured relic of...
Did I ask about your robes? I said, be gone.
Wow.
Wait, I say! Who there? Lord Wolfort! Can you hear me?
Dang. Oh my gosh,
What's all the commotion
close.
here?
This strange lad demands an audience with you, Lord Serenoa, and stubbornly refuses to leave.
Dude, when someone asks an audience, I mean, sure, you gotta be wary of spies and assassins, but he's a lord. He's supposed to grant audiences and hear folk out.
The name's Narv.
Narv or Nar?
Grandson and last disciple of the Archmage Grandante, here to offer my services.
The Archmage Grandante. Forgive me, but in all my years of studying the arcane arts, I've never once heard that name.
Oh my.
You haven't? Oh, I see. I suppose you won't have.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
You needn't apologize, miss. Let's start over, shall we? Let me show you just what the final disciple of the Archmage Grandante can do.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Incredible.
Well, what do you think?
I like you, magic.
I've never seen anything quite like it. Were you born with magic like this? Or perhaps...
My illustrious grandfather, the Archmage Grandante, that is, taught me all I know.
Sounds like, honestly considering, so, Horton, Ice Mage from Hyzant, and even though he was working in the medicine ministry, which he didn't enjoy, I don't know, it sounds like magic in this world requires study. It's not something you wake up and then you're shooting fireballs from your fingers just because. So Gila's
Please,
comment's weird.
Let me join your army. I'm most certain my sorcery could avail you to no end.
I'll take more magic.
Lord
although-
Serenoa, this boy possesses remarkable talent.
Uh-huh.
I must admit.
Oops.
Thank you, Gila. Narv, I welcome you to House Wolfort.
Well, welcome aboard just in time for a siege. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you, my lord. My magic will change the world. Just you wait and see.
Yep. Joined those forces. Okay, a versatile mage, master of the elements. Cast spells of every element. Change enemies' orientation with wind magic. Wow. That's... sounds really good. No, I'm not going to have enough people to deploy, am I? In terms of slots. Okay, let's see how everybody's reacting to all this. A bird from the Crown City arrives at Telior domain, prompting Lord Silvio to consider his next action. Oh, sour grapes. What's up? What's up?
Ah, Lord Telior, there you are.
Yes, what is it?
Tidings from Whiteholm, my lord. House Wolffort shelters Prince Roland within their domain and refuses to acquiesce to Frost's demands.
That's right. Go find liquors elsewhere.
What's this? Those fools would stand in defiance against the duchy.
Duh.
The Archduke's forces move against the Wolfforts as we speak. They intend to capture Prince Roland and bring down House Wolffort in one fell swoop.
House Wolffort is strong, but not strong enough for a full-on attack from the duchy's forces. And yet, there is always the chance, however slim, that they will prevail. Best wait and see how the situation unfolds.
You gigantic coward, come help us.
Yes, there is no need to rush into anything. We must consider carefully what will afford us the best chance of survival.
And this is exactly why, when they were sending dignitaries to the various kingdoms he wasn't even considered, he only wants to play it safe. Which, if you're going to make an impression...
Continue to keep your eye on the other domains. I must know of any movement among the Wolfforts and the Fox, no matter how inconsequential.
Yes, my lord.
Sit and watch. Useless. Peanut gallery. Speaking of the other High House, news of Wolffort's decision arrives at Falk's domain on dark wings, spurring Lord Landroy to action. Okay, so it might not be only Game of Thrones' fault, because people love corvids, crows, ravens, and the such, and they are very smart birds. But I feel like Game of Thrones popularized the idea of them as messenger birds, when frankly, they're so smart, they're not going to listen to you and do that. Doves are really impressive in how well domesticated they became. Like homing pigeons, they were used a long time and very reliably. What you would do is you would have your dove cote, where you kept a bunch of doves and they would breed and make more doves, yada yada. You take doves from your resident dove cote with you wherever you're going, and when you wanted to send a message home to wherever that dove was raised, you know, you scribble your message, attach it to its leg, and then release it, and it'll find its way home. Or at least, it's the hope. And it was rather reliable, you know, in an age where radio and such just didn't exist. Went faster than, like, a guy on a horse. Or at least in times of war, you know, firing at every bird that crosses the sky, probably not going to happen. Guy on a horse with a bunch of letters, totally going to get ambushed. But yeah, my little side rant, doves, don't be hating. They were very reliable birds for humans for a long time. Now people seem to hate them.
You are aware that Prince Roland fled to the Wolffort domain after the Crown City fell. Frost demanded that His Highness be relinquished to their custody immediately.
That was the demand.
We have just received word that Wolffort refused.
Damn, Skippy.
A most admirable display of loyalty to Glenbrook's royal family if ever I have seen one.
Yeah.
And they are not the only ones who shall remain true. In the name of King Regna, House Fox too will take up arms against those Frosty bastards.
He is on the revenge train.
For we are one of the 3 high houses of Glenbrook. We will live up to that name and fight for our homeland with our lives.
Well, and that's the main, maybe least comfortable thing, and a very common trend in RPG games. You're playing the kingdom where there's an invasion from an outside force going on. So, the war against the ones who brought war, you know, little less of a sticky moral quandary. Because there are plenty of historical examples.
May your shields be strong and your swords strike true, my countrymen. For Glenbrook!
Where, you know, you come under someone else's power, surrender whatever the previous identity was. It could go very badly. Because you've lost that authority and representation. Belonging. Now, a lot of times it comes with troublesome things. Like how a lot of places would rather have cohesion. Even if it means literally killing off people who are different. That's not great. But I don't think Ace Frost is here to bring diversity. After seeing General Avlora and her troops off, Erica and Thalos stroll the gardens of Whiteholm Castle, discussing what may come to pass. Hey, we were at those gardens, full of corpses. Absolutely full of corpses.
So they would rather die than bend the knee? Wolfort truly is a house of fools.
Speaking of another thing that Game of Thrones did, so, you know the word elbow? That was a word completely made up by Shakespeare. I have no idea what they called that part of the body before that, but apparently he like made it up and used it in one of the plays and it gained popularity, and now we all know what an elbow is. Game of Thrones made up the turn of phrase, bend the knee. If you want to like look at historical things, like that is not a phrase used anywhere by anyone other than in George R. Martin's fiction. Kinda, I feel like it became popularized while the TV show was really big, but I wish they would just use bow down. Still, it's bad.
At least Avlora will have the chance to prove herself on the battlefield.
That's why we took her in, no? She'll prove useful yet.
Wait, took her in? Was she an orphan?
For her own sake, I would hope so.
I don't like the way they're talking. Of course, I don't know, these two are...
Once we bring down the highest of the three high houses, what do you suppose will become of the other two?
These two are the biggest example of, like, the nepotism void. Because even though Ace Frost tries to say it's a meritocracy, you know, what's so meritorious of these two? They were born into the right family. And they're vicious and cruel, so they will actively use their power to, like, slap down any who questions them. It's just like why Thalos hated Dragan so much. Dragan was capable and ambitious. And, I mean, he outright asked for his job, so he left his body for the dogs. And volunteered to go lead the assassination forces himself. But here, I'm sure they're going to talk about dividing up the spoils.
I should think the answer obvious, dear sister. The cowardly Tellures will be at our beck and call. The Falks, too stubbornly loyal for their own good, will not. House Falks presides over bountiful lands. Now, do you suppose Brother will pass up the chance to claim such a tantalizing prize?
Haha, and here, you know, it's the whole question of, is that arable land? Is that fruitful farmland? Everyone wants that.
Indeed not, brother dear.
Yes, and they're just like, oh, ho, ho, we'll be so wonderful when you can go and, you know, kill the people who live there and take it for ourselves. Like the great people they are. Alright. That was only 15. Okay, we have one more cutscene. We can tell because there's no crossed swords and shields. So, let's see. A bird arrives at Castle Wolfort bearing news from a lookout. I sure hope there isn't another character. I need to... Dang it, I just realized I need to check out our new mage. Test him out on a mental mock battle. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a big bird. Let's leave this huge bird in the middle of town. Ooh.
Avlora? Are you certain?
Yes. We are surrounded by the Archduke's main forces, led by General Avlora herself.
And to which Roland's Kill Bill sirens start going off.
She killed my brother and my master. I must avenge them, even if it means my life.
Yeah, see, he's deep in the sauce.
Your Highness, your life is far too important to so blithely throw away.
Look, Roland, you really can't take her in a one-on-one.
I know that, and yet...
Facing the Asfrosti forces head-on is a fool's errand. They will drive us back with ease.
Yeah, no, we can't go into the plains. That's stupid. Make them come to us. Boil, Saboil.
Let us consider another strategy. As a matter of fact, there is more to this town than meets the eye.
Okay, and now he's all like, here's our secret weapon.
It is a secret which, under normal circumstances, would be divulged to a new lord only after their succession is made official. But desperate times.
Okay.
I sent a man just now to make preparations. Come with me. We haven't much time.
Alright, so soon we're going to... You'll learn the reason why I wouldn't shut up about houses whenever Avlora was on screen. Sorry in that for a blind playthrough. Oh my gosh, we still have to go and investigate. Okay, let's do that. Let's go investigate. Wow, this is a lot of steps. Alright. But this is... Sorry, it wasn't great. I should have held off since this is a blind one. And I was spoiling things left and right. But this is the big reason why I joke about houses and
I would hear more of your plan, Benedict.
They say Castle Wolfort was built into a mountainside. Am I to believe there are yet more secrets concealed in its construction?
Like any good fortification.
Just so. As it happens, a contrivance of sorts was installed in the town to be used only in cases of dire emergency.
What manner of contrivance? I've never heard such a thing.
You wouldn't have. The information is divulged only to the Lord of the House and his closest advisors.
So
it is a secret, one that embodies this town's true worth.
I see. Then what, pray tell, is this town's true worth?
The towering walls that rise up in all directions, the network of sloped waterways. This town appears as any other to my eye, but perhaps my gaze is untrained.
It is the canals we will use. We shall pour flaming oil into them from above and burn our enemy out.
Wait. Else? Wait. Is this gonna be different?
What in the... Benedict, have you gone mad?
Do you see those hawk sculptures located throughout the town?
I do. They are the means by which the weapon may be activated, I presume.
Indeed. Tearing them down will trigger a barrier to rise around the canals.
Okay.
After that, no one will be able to get in or out until the blaze subsides.
That's horrifying, but for a war defense, makes sense.
You would burn people's homes. No, the very town itself, along with our foes. But just think of the lives that may be sacrificed.
This is the path we have chosen. There's little choice left to us if we wish to survive.
Look, we're in a siege. No one should be in their homes outside of the castle anyway. Everyone has to go to the castle proper, where there's the most defense, so they can be defended. I mean, that's what castle towns, how they acted in a siege, because it's not safe to hide in your own house when there's an enemy army surrounding you, throwing junk into the town.
We must win, whatever the cost. Prepare for battle.
All right, Benedict. I like the whatever the cost. When it's taken down, force of nature called Avlora. Oh, now do we have to? Must make ready for the Duchy's attack. I'd best check on the hawk statuettes through town. Gosh, is this? Yeah, okay. This is another. Here's a merchant. Okay, before I talk to everyone, merchant. Welcome. How can I be of service today? All right, give me your consumables. All your consumables. Actually, I also need a ranged HP pellet. Oh. Oh. I gotta be careful. I could use like all of my stuff if I'm not careful. All right, I want. Give me that iron. I want all your iron. I want all your stone. Timber. Hey. And fiber. Heck yeah, I've got all his upgrade goodies. And now I can stare at everything else and be like, do I blow all my money in one sitting? I should probably just buy normal HP pellets from my own merchant rather than these. These are cool, but they're too expensive. Okay. I await your next visit. Alright, yeah, come back to whatever you want. That is a sparkle. 400, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go around really quick. Oh. Okay, so here's the hawk statuette. Where would you call it? The north? Well, it depends on how you're oriented. The one near the castle. On the second level. So, that one. Okay, that one activates the canal/houses down there. And it all goes up. And that's why I joked about houses, is because from the demo, that's what I remembered. Burning houses in order to beat her. Because if you don't, you can't. She's that tough. And the other two, it's where you see the canal, so it's just those two houses right there. Which two houses is a whole lot to lose. But we're fighting an entire stinking army, so sorry everyone. It could happen. Also, if it was someone who lived within the town, it could usually be a community effort to rebuild at least a basic shelter. We just kick them out and say, oh, it's too bad you lost your home. I think people are really used to right now, where it's like if you don't have insurance. Okay, do I need to go inside the houses again? Oh yes I do. There are people here now? Are you kidding me? Okay, to make me feel bad about burning the house. Whatever. cannot believe the duchy would be so bold as to invade. They already invaded. Lord Serenoa, I beg you, protect our lands. I will, but you gotta hide in the castle, okay? Your house might burn down. Yo, I was just about to set off for the Crown City when they blockaded the highway. The highway? Yeah, I guess they would call it that. I know not what lies in store for us, but it would be good for business. It won't be good for business, I can tell you that. Guess you're not in the war profiteering. Have you heard the news about Lord Silvio and House Telior? That he's a giant coward. When he's for us attack, he didn't muster a single soldier in defense. Just holed up in his own domain, like the cowardly offshite he is. Ain't got a loyal bone in his body, that one. It's no wonder his own people don't trust him. What a sorry excuse for a lord of a high house. Silvio no doubt thought of his domain first. I know well how it feels to be preoccupied with thoughts of protecting your own land. But the thing is, if your strategy is just don't notice me, and like all the people that you've already made deals with, sworn loyalty to, they're gone. Someone new who actively killed those peoples there. Why would they respect you? They're gonna come step on you even if you're like, oh no, please. Shudder to think he's lost all sense of loyalty to the crown. Yet his actions speak for themselves. Nobody still. I'm surprised. Ah, there's no ice. I saw a sparkle. Sparkle. Recovery pellet large. Thank you very much. This is from one of the houses that will probably get burned. Depending on, weather and flora. You never need salt more than you do during wartime. I only hope our stores will last. Makes me sick to think of Hyzant growing fat off the corpses of Glenbrook and Iceberg. Interesting sentiments. Interesting. Can't believe we're to use such terrible devices. It's effective. I don't know if we can ever rebuild them. Would be great to, though. Besides, do you want to hear true horror stories of what medieval wartime engineering is like? I don't think I should even tell you, because it's pretty gross, guys. I think it honestly make people be like, why the heck? I know these things. I took so many classes in college because I was like, woo, all the stuff I'm interested in. The truth is scary. Townsfolk are being led to refuge within the castle. Surprisingly, they are going without incident. I just told you this is something standard. Though it cannot be easy knowing they will lose their homes. I mean, if we die, they lose their homes anyway. So that's fun. Oh, I need to look at this. Wait, where does the hawk statue work on this level? The very first one? Ooh. I remember that one was really valuable because that's where all the reinforcements come. I'll have to use that one carefully. Wonder if Father and the King envisioned a day like this when they fashioned this dreadful device. Yes, dreadful. Okay, you guys really want to know a horror story? Alright, so look up, medieval siege tunneling. Eggs. Because there's a method where if you can set a fire in a tunnel, it can and you have it go under a big wall, defensive wall, that'll all collapse. But what do you burn? Wolfort town person. Has it truly come to this? I only just opened for business. The veggies? They look great. We'll eat them now, okay? My friends and I were supposed to go play, but Mama says I have to go to the castle where it's safe. Look, play in the courtyard. Well, until they yell at you to get down, but you know. Must escort my child to the safety of the castle. Oh yeah. Will we lose our home? Maybe. According to Benedict, the hawk sculpture positioned here. Oh. Where are those pedestals hiding? Oh. No, I know where they are. I've seen them all now. Frederick. Cannot believe we are to burn the town. Our enemy both. Yeah, well, you know, sadly, we can't win against Avlora unless we catch her in one of those fires. Her defense is too high. Understand that we must prevail at all costs, yet still. Alright, we can't talk them down. They want to fight. All this talk of setting fire to the town to defeat the enemy. War is truly a waking nightmare. Yeah, it sucks. With your father sick abed, the fate of this land rests upon your shoulders. I'm confident you will lead us. You will end us wisely. Lead us wisely in defense of our domain, as befitting one of Glenbrook's high houses. I must be certain I make a decision. Much rests on my on the shoulders of the Lord of the High House. Into this house, which I don't think will burn because it's not. Oh, yes, a very important house. It's a key to keep. 1,000 gold. Ooh. All right. All right. Okay, kid. One of the soldier men told us to go inside the castle. Don't worry, my friend and I will be real quiet. Oh. Scary. Alright. Anna. We use that method at the risk of our own lives and the homes of the people. Still, this is the choice you would make? Yeah. It will take many years to rebuild the town. Innocent people will suffer. Look, if we gave in, Ustadov will demand our crops, will demand our fighting fit men, maybe our women and children. He might move our own people away and move his own people in. I mean, it's not going to avoid stuff. I will offer them due compensation if we triumph. If we fail, then all was lost from the start. Prince Roland is my friend. I must protect him come what may. Put down any threat to our domain. Yeah, here we go. First one. We'll pay him. But if we're dead, it doesn't matter either way. I know you have only the well-being of our people at heart. I apologize for speaking out of place. No, it's cool, Anna. If you have doubts, you need to voice them. Just don't go on the weird conspiracy theory track. And I know you meant only to remind me no nation exists without a people. The common folk. Cannot make them whole again, but their suffering will be paid for in kind. Indeed, I am sure they know how deeply you care for them. We must prevail. Rest assured that I will see that we do. For Prince Roland's sake and for our own. Goodness gracious. Alright, Roland, the very last one. I understand what my life means to our kingdom. I must survive the battle at all costs. Unfortunately, Roland, you're the figurehead. If you go down, any chance of reviving old Glenbrook is completely gone. And yet, Father and Franny, Cordelia, Sir Maxwell, killed them all, Serenoa. Wait, he thinks she killed Cordelia? Must avenge them with my own hand. I understand how you feel. Now is not the time for revenge. Look, you can activate the fire. How about that, Roland? I could not. Then I'll not stand in your way. Avlora is yours. Pray calm yourself, Roland. You needn't fight this battle alone. Let us aid you. Don't need to be alone, huh? Be aware of your surroundings. Never fight alone when you can fight together. Sir Maxwell often gave me such counsel. Yes. Thank you, Serenoa. We will defeat Avlora together. I owe my life to you all, and I will not part with it easily. The duchy shall not find us easy prey. As far as you are as a unit, Han, you are tough. Okay, this ended up being really meaty, and we haven't even gotten to the new character. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I'll see you guys in the next one.